Director of the Swami Abhedananda Cultural Center at the Consulate General of India in Durban, Dr. Chaitanya Prakash Yogi, revered Swami Abhedananda Ji, Mr. Praveen Hari Prasad, members of the Chinmaya Mission of South Africa, Ms. Masamkele Buka, Mr. Sipiwe Mchunu, distinguished guests and online viewers, Namaskar and welcome to episode 3 of Samarpan Yatra. With today's episode focusing and showcasing the devotional journey of the Chinmaya Mission of South Africa. To let us know and give us a deeper insight of the Chinmaya Mission of South Africa is the spiritual head of the mission, and that is revered Swami Abhedananda Ji, who will be interacting with Miss Masamkele Buka, who is an actress, model, and RJ. Just a brief background on revered Swami Abhedananda Ji. Swami Abhedananda's thirst for knowledge and inclination towards the depth of Hindu scriptures was early spurred in his young days, when he was greatly inspired by the discourses and books of Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda. As a young and inquiring student of Hindu philosophy, Swamiji joined the Vedanta course in Chinmaya Sandipani Sadhanalaya in Mumbai in the year 1993, where he pursued his intense studies of scriptures and several spiritual texts. Presently, he is the Acharya of the Chinmaya Mission of South Africa. Swamiji served as the Acharya of several Chinmaya Mission centers in the past, including those in Singapore and India. A naturally gifted speaker and deep thinker, Swami Abhedananda has a beaming spiritual personality that draws every intellectual seeker. He communicates the deepest principles in simple yet profound manners. Every satsang of Swamiji's is a flight of self-discovery, a journey towards untying an inner in-source. In every interaction, Swamiji sprinkles spiritual wisdoms through which life becomes simpler. In June 2006, revered Swami Abhedananda Ji arrived as the Acharya of the Chinmaya Mission of South Africa. Ever since, with Swamiji's rejuvenating presence, the missionary zeal in the ashram has grown manifold. Today, we welcome revered Swami Abhedananda Ji and Ms. Masamkele Buka for their interaction on Chinmaya Mission of South Africa.
Akhande mandalakaram vyaptam yena characharam tatpadam darshitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jnananjanashalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurudevo Maheshwara Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Savaram Jangamam Yakinchit sacharacharam tatpadam darshitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chinmayam vyapiyat sarvam Trailokyam sacharacharam सचराचरम् तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सर्वश्रुतिशिरोरत्ना विराजितपदाम्बुजः वेदान्ताम्बुजसूर्यो यः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। चैतन्यशाश्वतः शान्तो व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनाभिकलातीतः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ज्ञानशक्तिसमारूढः तत्त्वमालाविभूषितः भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदाता च तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अनेकजन्मसम्प्राप्त कर्मबन्धविदाहिने आत्मज्ञानप्रदानेन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। शोषणं भवसिन्धुश्च नापणं सारसम्पदः गुरुपादोदकं सम्यक् तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। न गुरोरधिकं तत्त्वं न गुरोरधिकं तपः तत्त्वज्ञानात् परं नास्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। मन्नाथ श्रीजगन्नाथः मद्गुरु श्रीजगद्गुरुः मदात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुरादिरनादिश्च गुरुः परमदैवतं गुरोः परतरं नास्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव।
Hello and welcome to our third episode of Samarpan Yatra. Today we are in Chiang Mai mission of South Africa and we do have Swami Abhedananda. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. No, but he will obviously introduce himself properly, and I just want you to know that all COVID-19 protocols have been adhered to, and for the purpose of this interview we will obviously have our mask off. Hello, how are you?
Yes, good. And my Salutations to all our viewers. I'm Swami Abhedananda
Uh-huh.
from Chin Mission of South Africa.
Alright, so let's just get straight to it.
Yes.
So I'd really like to know, please kindly tell us about Chinmaya Mission South Africa, its history, its vision and its
See,
perspective.
Chin Mission of South Africa is a branch of Chin Mission all worldwide which is there. And the purpose of this Chin Mission is to give maximum happiness to maximum people for maximum time. Life is difficult because our thinking is wrong. If anybody is very sad, he is a bad thinker. It is not the situation, it is not because of some person we are sad. It is because of our wrong thinking we get sad. And those who get sad, they become bad and mad, not glad. So my point here is, Chinmay Mission comes to correct our intellectual notions. It is not something that we are going to do physically. Physically comes later on.
Yeah.
But what is more important is what I think about you, what I think about him, what I think about her. That makes our day and night. The beauty of living is in the beauty of thinking only. So Chinmay Mission comes as may I help you desk. And it has taken the scriptures, the Vedanta, the Upanishads, the Gita, the scriptures which are ancient, and it comes to the modern man and it talks to that person in the language of the modern man, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, etc. And it tells us that how in all the difficulties you have, how you can still smile, how in the turmoil also you can have peace, how in the chaos also you have calmness, how in the insult also you can be wonderfully quiet also. When a person is not happy, he is not quiet, he is inefficient, he is boring, he is a burden, he is a liability. Chinmay Mission comes in this area to correct our own mental emotions, intellectual notions and physical activities also. The area of operation of Chinmay Mission, physical area is one thing, but the real area is that in our intellect, we should not be wrongly thinking, wrongly concluding, wrongly misapprehending something. This is the main purpose of the Chinmay Mission. To take the scriptures, come to us and tell us what is the right way of thinking, how to see a thing. More world is less about doing, it is more about seeing. We do later on, but we see first. So what is more important, that we should be seeing rightly. The problem is not in doing. World is not bad. I don't know how to see something. Insult is a boon sometimes. Poverty is a boon sometimes. But I don't know how to capitalize it, how to use it as an opportunity. We make our life difficult because mentally we are blocked. When we are mentally blocked and intellectually clogged, then we are living a life only of a sink. Because sink alone is blocked and clogged. We don't allow anything to go in us properly. When the flow is disturbed, that is called the person is disturbed. The flow is coming to the Almighty, and my life should be a circle towards the Almighty. You are the person from the Almighty, and my words you have asked from the Lord, my words should be going back to the Lord. This completion of the circuit, this is called a perfect living, a proper understanding. Where my understanding, my thinking, my notions, my emotions are giving me wings and wheels to fly and walk and run. I am not stopping somewhere else. And this is where Chinmay Mission comes into picture. It comes with the text. Bhagavad Gita is there, Ramayana is there, Bhagavad is there, Upanishad. But all that is to just make ourselves a better human being, a better contributor to the society. We need not go to the forest. Father has to become better father. Mother has to become a better mother. Lover has to become a better lover. And the boyfriend has to become better boyfriend. And the girlfriend has to become better girl. So it's everywhere. You are mentally promoting yourself. This is where Chinmay Mission comes to enter.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a mouthful and very interesting. Thank you so much for that. So it's all in the mind. Okay, my next question is, what type of activities are you conducting regularly?
See, to complete the first question, let me come back, sorry. When it was started in South Africa, in 80s we started. In 80s and in 90s also. And activities are varied. We have, for the children, we have the activities called Bal Vihar. For the youngsters, we have Yuva Kendra. Or regular, there are study groups are there. I have regular discourses in the morning and evening. Lot of feeding scheme is for the poor people who are less privileged. So we have regular programs for them as well. And lot of activities are there catering to all levels of the society. This world is a body. And unless each part of the body is catered to, it's an unhealthy body. I can't make my hand healthy and the leg unhealthy. So the child, the elders, the youngsters, the richer person, the not so rich, poor, the downtrodden, everybody is a part. So all activities are there at all levels. Somewhere it is more, somewhere it is less. But long-term goal is to penetrate each section of the society, where we can what we have heard, either we transfer that knowledge, and if the person is not mature enough to take that knowledge, we will go and serve them. The knowledge and the emotion, the biggest test of his spiritual life is that we can love and serve or not. So the Chinmay Mission has percolated in the social fields also, where serving is also required. Not everybody understands the scriptures, not everybody understands the talks, but never mind, everybody understands the love. Even animals understand love. So unless that intellectual knowledge is transformed into the love to each one, no life is fulfilled. The fulfillment of life is in loving. And loving the one who doesn't love you also. This is the test of a spirituality. Loving the one who does not accept me also. So we are going in all sections of the society. But the core of the Chinmay Mission is that we impart the teachings. And at all levels, from the children, from the after 5 year or 6 year, to at all levels. And all sections of the society we are going. And the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, teachings of Ramayana. So that is where, but even the school, colleges, schools also, we are trying to go. Colleges also we are trying to go. So, and the people who are not privileged enough to get shelter and clothing, we are trying to provide that as well through our scheme called feeding scheme. So that we can love the God in everyone.
Yeah, very interesting. That's
Yes.
a very nice initiative. So my third question is, what kind of participation and response are you getting in these activities?
Participation is very good. The whole year went into COVID and all these things. So things were a little at low profile. We couldn't encourage the congregation from the March, last year March onwards. So we had to keep the ashram closed literally. So we had to limit our participation, but otherwise our participation is encouraging. And our work is to do and die, not to ask how and why.
And the response you're receiving?
The response is good. Response is good. Main thing is we have to continue doing good work.
Yeah.
Sometimes response can be good, sometimes it is nothing. No response is good at all times.
Yeah.
Whether it is a TV program, whether it is a film, whether it is your own house. In a house, people don't respond properly sometimes. So how can every day it cannot be the best response? But our effort should continue. Like the river flows, whether anybody takes bath or not, Ganga will keep on flowing. Whether anybody takes bath in the sun or not, sun will start continue shining. Earth will keep on moving, whether you get up in the morning or not, sunrise will be there. So those who are great people, great organization, they continue. Like the river, like the sun. It doesn't matter who comes, who doesn't come. If we are pure, if we are sincere, people will definitely come. So the response overall has been good. Otherwise, how will you be here? You are here, that itself the response is good.
All right then. So what are the challenges that you are facing for the expansion of this work?
Challenges are many. To change the mind is the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
In your life also you must have found to change somebody's emotions is the biggest thing. What do you say?
Yeah, I definitely
Yes.
agree.
So it is not that eating and drinking is not a challenge. That is easier.
Yeah.
Doing job also is easier. But to live with people, to make them understand, that is the challenging area. Living with the people and making them emotionally evolved, that is where the person I find that not that easy. Teacher's job is most difficult job because he has to transform the heart. And people are already blocked sometimes. They don't understand properly. It's a more poverty of understanding and poverty of love than poverty of clothes in this world. In our life we have missed something. It is the love that we miss. Somebody's proper understanding that we have missed. It's not that we missed food. It's not that we missed shelter. So what challenges are there that people take time to understand. People don't accept each other. I see your fault and drop you. This word is not for dropping the person. This word is for embracing and loving. This word is for taking you in my fold also. So this is the challenge everywhere I feel. So it is not a physical challenge. I feel physical challenge is lesser than emotional challenges. Living with the people, talking to the people, asking the people. So that I want those kind of workers with me who can embrace and love. I want those kind of society which is not based on hatred and rejection. It is not based on ostracizing somebody. It should be based on accepting, loving, understanding. Okay, somebody has something wrong. It doesn't mean he should be rejected. That is the point here. And because it is a deeper work, roots are deeper, therefore it will take time. Any cultural work, any spiritual work is very slow work. Any unfoldment is slow. Anything which has a bigger fruit, mushroom grows overnight, but the mango will take 15-20 years to give the fruit.
Yeah.
So the bigger is the fruit, more time will it take. So today what we are doing, the effect will be seen after 20 years, 30 years. Bigger effect will be seen in the society. But definitely it will be seen.
Yeah. I love that. Thank you so much. So now I'm going to my last question. What are the prospects of
Chinmaya Mission.
How is it? Sorry about that. So what are the prospects of Chinmaya Mission activities in South Africa?
Chinmaya Mission is in various places. We have in Durban, we have in Johannesburg, we have in Cape Town, we have in Queensborough, we have in Reservoir Hills. You can see what this is. Those who are in yellow, they are in brahmacharis, they are initiated. So they are unmarried graduates who have dedicated their life for propagation of the scriptures. And a lot of big prospects are there. Wherever mind is there, wherever work is there. And as is the supply, so is the demand. If I am giving the values, people will take the values. If I don't give something, Chinmaya Mission is the giver of the values. So automatically, if the most important thing that keeps our heart together is the values, not the valuables. It's the purity. If a person goes out with the purity, with the values, with the love, I think people will accept. So in due time I feel a lot of people will come and a lot of work will be done, and we have very big prospect. Maybe we are slow, but we are sure. We are not very fast because it's difficult to tread, but definitely we will be fine. We will have a wider base and we will have more, and any person who wants to love, he has a lot of scope. If I want to earn money, I have less scope. But if I want to serve somebody, I have more scope. The moment you want to serve your love, I think whole world is ready to take. The moment I want from you, I have less scope. It is not a multinational company. We are not a multinational company that we have scope here or prospect is not there. It is not like that. We are a heart-based organization who wants to embrace all seeing the God in them. So our talks, our scriptures are the means to reach the heart of the person, irrespective of everywhere. So wherever we will go, I think our heart will be there. Our love will be there. I go out not to talk. I go out to touch your heart. I go out to love. I go out to tell that I am with you. I go out not to earn money. We are not money minting institution. I go out to find out how I can love you, how I can serve you. I go out to tell how you are also good. It is not that we have to increase any membership of the organization. That is not our aim. We are not membership oriented organization. I don't want a lot of members there all the time. We are not number oriented. We are God oriented. Maybe numbers are sometimes more, sometimes less. More the merrier. It is fine. But it is not that. That will not define me. If one person is there, one pure person is there, one pure person in this whole earth, he can transform millions. That is what we come from. And that is what we aim at.
Wow, absolutely amazing. So you say your aim is to actually touch one's heart. I feel like my heart is already touched by what you've shared with us.
You have touched my heart.
So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much. It's really appreciated. I really love what I heard today. As I've said, it really did touch my heart. So thank you so much for your time. Do you have any maybe last words of motivation?
See, life is more about giving and not less about taking. More you become taking person, more you become sad person. Do your best, leave the rest, and be prepared for the worst. We do our best and we are prepared for the best. This is our talk. We do our worst and we want the best. I am saying do your best, leave the rest, and be prepared for the worst. Let the center of our life be not our money and career. Let the center of our life be not our family. Let the center of our life should not be our makeup. Center of our life should be service, should be God, should be faith, should be love, should be selflessness. If we have unshakable center, then only you can have a quiet life. Moment to put something smaller as the center of your life, you will always be troubled by the life. Somebody says I am disturbed because he made something small big, therefore it is disturbed. Something unshakable brick, you cannot be disturbed. If I am seated on this chair should not be moving, then only I can be still. Mentally we are seated in some chair. If I am attached, if I am obsessed, if I am egoistic, I will be always shaking up. If I am seated on the God, you cannot shake me. Because God's seat alone is unshakable. We should not go out in the world to complain, to take, to become angry. It has broken the society. It has broken the relations. It has broken the hearts. We should go out to mend the hearts, to tolerate, to absorb, to find out how you are also one part of me. To tell to the world that you are also my extension. I don't want to cut you off. The moment you cut somebody, that person also will cut you. And in mutual cutting, you will get wounded only. That is not the way of it. I have only one thing to say at the end. Learn to love. All school, colleges, universities are only talking how to earn money. How to become a bigger person. How to have a bigger house. Not a bigger heart. What spirituality is about? It is more about seeing the oneness, seeing the godliness, seeing the hidden beauty, not the apparent ugliness of any person. So go out to, like a river, I give the example. River doesn't bother whether you take bath or not. It will purify. So you should be purifying river. We should be illuminating sun. And we should be, breathe the air. We should be like that air through which I breathe. But air is not making us aware. So we should be like that I serve you all without, I don't make you aware that I am serving you. So that is my point here. Let us make the world a little happier. If everybody cannot change, let us change ourselves. World is not in our, but I am in charge of myself. At least I can change. Not a lot, little. That will also make a big difference. So thank you so much for coming in Chinmay Mission of South Africa and giving your time. Sunny, your name is Sunny.
Sammy.
Sammy.
Yes.
So I really appreciate you also. What's your good name?
Sipiwa.
Huh?
Sipiwa.
Sibiwa. And Siresh is there, Pranita is there. Thank you all for taking your time. You are a part of the mission only. So you are most welcome all the time. And it's so nice to see you and to bask in your company. And I'll love to see you again and again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Hari Om.
you.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Every action is with A, B, C, D. Any action you do, anxiety will come. There is no possibility you do action and anxiety won't be there. Anxiety, A for anxiety, and anger. Anger will also be there. When they go to airport, they get so anxious. Before time, they reach much before time. Reporting time is 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock is sitting there. International flight is there. They say, no, still it is not open. Please sit there. Anxiety is there. B, bondage is in action. Any action you do, you will start possessing the action. I cannot live without that action. That action gives me identity. How can anybody else do my action? C, complex comes. If you do something, other person does better than you, then if you see he got the credit. He spoke better than me, I couldn't speak. He gets more attention than me. He makes better food than me. Or I make better, complex come. But difficult area. It's very, very difficult area of action. You will be desperate to complete something. You will become more dependent on somebody to complete your action. He has to come, then only I can work. Ego increases. Well, but I have failed. Failure also increases your ego because you feel you have a low opinion about yourself. F means what? F means with the action you define your future. I have no future, I have future because of action. Everywhere we have to act. And we get more caught up and more caught up and more caught up and more vasanas and more vasanas. Anxiety, anger, B for bondage, C for complex and comparison, D for desperation. No, desperation and dissolution. E for ego. G is guilt. You will have guilt also all the time. Why I did not do well? Why I did not forget this thing? I forgot. I got late today also. Yes, today also I got late. Today also I forgot. I chanted Gita Shlok, but I forgot. H for helplessness. I feel helpless at times. Nobody is helping me. I am alone, Swamiji. Nobody was to spread the carpet. Yag is there, but nobody is coming in the yag spirit. Action is such an area, it makes you pathetic. You know what is the problem? When you go out in the action, you meet people, right? When you meet people, you cannot keep quiet. You have to meet people. When you meet people, some will be conducive, some will not be conducive. Some will love you, some will not love you. Some will look you how high, some will look how bad you are. करे क्या आप पैकेज हो गए? Here is where devotion comes. Why? God has given me a lot. अच्छा, माँ बहुत मिला है, हमको बहुत मिला है. God has loved me, Swamiji, like anything. Whole day I only see how God loved me every hour. So, nothing. Why you are doing act? I am not going to act. Action is just my love made visible. I am to express my love to the God. Action is my gratitude session to the Lord.
Thank you so much, revered Swami Abhedananda and Miss Buka, for that journey of Chinmaya Mission of South Africa. I would like to now introduce Mr. Sipiwe Mchunu from the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center at the Consulate General of India in Durban to render this afternoon's vote of thanks of episode 3 of Samarpan Yatra, with today showcasing Chinmaya Mission of South Africa. Welcome, Sipiwe ji.
Namaskar, greetings to all of you. On behalf of Swami Abhedananda Cultural Center at the Consulate General of India, I am so delighted today to deliver a vote of thanks on today's program, Samarpan Yatra, a journey of devotion. Allow me to thank Swami Abhedananda ji, as spiritual head of Chinmaya Mission South Africa, Sri Pravin Hariprasad, Ms. Masamgele Puka, for a great interview that was conducted with Swami Abhedananda ji. It was indeed a great interview. Thank you very much, ma'am. To Director Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center, Dr. Chaitanya Prakash Yogi, Ms. Sristi Harinarayan, thank you very much for taking part on today's program. To our online guest viewers, thank you very much once again for taking part on today's program. Please visit our Facebook page so that you'll be updated about all Swami Vivekananda cultural activities. Once again, to all of you, thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. Namaskar.